Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for more Age of Wonders 4, trying to speedrun my way through this Archer crit build challenge before Triumph patches this all out of the game. I am going to be getting back into it. There's a battle right here that I've got these undead invading me, telling me it's a risky battle. I'm starting to kind of understand why, because my units don't have a lot of upgrades, and they do have that tier 3 necromancer in there. It's not going to be a pretty fight. I could, however, bring, let's see, I could get one more scout back to help out, which might be worth doing, just to make sure that this battle doesn't remain a risky battle. I did see some feedback as I was running through YouTube trying to make changes about with how I'm sort of labeling this series, since it's not really an advanced series per se. This is now more of just a funny crit build series that will eventually get patched. But I did see some useful feedback from you guys in there. For one thing, I need to kind of keep an eye on like when structures are really close to finishing, because there was one point in a recent episode where the granary has like just a tiny little bit left there, and it would have cost me like 6 gold to hurry production on it. Which is totally worth doing, because then you get the benefits of having that granary a little bit earlier. Production does carry over, of course, which is nice, but sometimes if it's only like 6 gold, like it's worth just paying that hurry cost to just get the building a little bit faster. And the benefits that come with it. So I'll try to keep an eye out for that. That does require a bit of extra micromanagement, checking every little thing individually, which can be time consuming. So I might, because this is again me trying to move quickly, I may not always be very good about doing that. So bear with me, but I just wanted to point out that is a thing you can do. Also, I was having a lot of feedback from like suboptimal army movement. I would have to go back and rewatch the episodes to know for sure, but from the sound of things, I've been kind of like focusing too much on launching battles with the scouts, when sometimes it just makes more sense to have the main stack do it, like the main army. So I will be trying to keep an eye out for that in the future as well. And just trying to make sure that I'm moving my units optimally. It's something that I didn't really feel like I ever struggled with in the previous Age of Wonders game, so it would be strange for me to struggle with that in this one, but I will try to keep an eye on that. That's what viewer feedback is for, and I appreciate it. So let's get right back into the gameplay here. So I've got, like I said, I've got a decently tough battle here that I have to deal with. After thinking about this a little more, I think it's going to be okay. I do think I will bring that scout back, probably. Agatha's army, the next things they have to do are things they can do by themselves. They don't really need that scout around to launch battles, because I'm going to be going right into this structure probably next and seeing what I can do in there, if it's worth clearing. And then after that, I will probably head down to the Fireforge Stone and get that cleared. But this is very close, and I can only bring 6 units in anyway. So we'll move Agatha's army there. I will then move these scouts down here to get them within that 3 range. And just for the sake of keeping units kind of grouped up so they're not too spread out, I'll move that other stack in with them and attack with the main stack here. This is again going to be a risky battle, but it's a risky battle that I think I can win, primarily because the Awakened buff, we'll run an auto just to see what happens. I'm definitely going to lose stuff here. Well, the only thing I lost was the Inferno Puppy. That's actually not as bad as I thought, but I think we can do better. So I'm going to retry, because I would like him to evolve. I'm going to retry this. I would like him to evolve. He's one of the few units I have capable of doing fire damage right now. Another honorable mention for tomes. If you don't pick up Tome of Zeal, I like Tome of Pyromancy a lot for this build. The extra fire damage on the arrows is really, really nice, and on your other units' weapons too. Also, quick correction. I did say something about the Dormant Enchantment buff applying Sundering Blades to the Iron Golems in the last episode. That is not correct. The only thing Dormant Enchantment does is it allows units that do not come from the High Culture to get the special benefits that come from the Awakened status that you have when you are High Culture. So, like, for example, normally I think Awakened just gives like a general spirit damage buff to units that aren't part of High Culture, but if they can be awakened at all, I'm not actually 100% sure on that. But when the Dormant Enchantment is effect, Awakening or Enchantment is in effect, Awakened can actually provide the extra benefits associated with like a specific type. So for example, the Dusk Hunters here, when they get awakened, they're going to get a penalty or a boost for both their range and their accuracy, which they normally, like, so let's say this was a Zephyr Archer or a Glade Runner. Normally they wouldn't have access to that. The Awaken buff might give them some extra spirit damage, but the actual range and accuracy boost wouldn't affect them. The Dormant Enchantment gives that range and accuracy boost to non-high culture archers. So it's really handy to have when you start getting those high tier units that come from later tomes. It keeps the Awakened buff relevant throughout the entire game. So I do appreciate, I think it was Chris Lighthawk pointed that out. Thank you for correcting me on that. That was absolutely my mistake. So let's get these guys moved up into kind of a line here. And again, try to get the enemies to come out into this glade. This may not be the most organized charge, but we'll try to make the most of it. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and awaken this archer over here now because it's a free action, so why not use it? Awaken is always a free action if a unit has an ability to grant it to another unit. Okay, and then what I'm probably going to want to do is cast the AoE Awaken buff on the other units. Fortunately, this archer is actually in a pretty good position to start dealing some damage to those spheres, so we'll do that. And let's see, probably bunch everyone else up if I can. These spears can't... They could reach the archer if I left them where they are currently at. So what I'm going to do instead, let's see, there are no trees there, but these guys are standing on trees, I believe. So I'm going to move them up one more, move this archer up one more, move the hero, no, let's move the Inferno puppies up one more, put this guy in the back, the hero right here, so she can start doing spirit damage to all those nasty undead. And then I can use Awaken Inner Radiance on this group, because that archer already has it, and give all of them some really nice buffs that will be pretty handy at dealing with the undead. And then let's see, we got a shock unit coming in. If he hits the spears, that's no problem. If he hits the dog, that is a little bit of a problem. So I may want to move the dog back out of the way. I don't think that shock unit, well, he could hit my leader, but in order to do, or my hero, but in order to do that, he would have to take an attack about retaliation from the spearmen unless something else uses up their attack of retaliation. For now, let's move the Inferno puppy back here and just keep hitting what I can reliably hit with the archers, so we'll soften that guy up a little bit more. Maybe what I want to do is leave the puppies kind of out here. I don't really care if a weakened spearman hits them. I would like to get this guy up sort of into the mix, and I could take a shot at him. It's not likely to hit, but if I miss, maybe I'll hit a unit behind him, so let's try that. See if I can... Well, I got a full damage hit, so I will take it. He's also distracted. That actually should allow me to finish him off with just a couple decent hits from this hero. They have 2 action points. They would have 2 from there or there. I think I'm going to move them here. I still have 2 action points, but it changes that to 80%, so it makes it very reliable for me to finish that unit off. This does leave the Bone Collector and that unit both in range to hit the hero, so she may take a little bit of a beating on the next turn, but that's okay. Scouts positioned out here are fine in a position just outside of the enemy's reach. Yeah, I think this is a fine setup for now. So let's see what they come up with. Looks like they're going to bolster their defenses, strengthen. Okay, the bone guy comes in. Necro is throwing crap. And, okay, great counterattack there. Did you notice I got 2 counterattacks because these guys are awakened? I got 2 counterattacks on that guy. That's something that the spearmen get from the Awakened Guardian. Unit has +1 retaliation attack. Normally, any other spearman that's not part of High Culture, these guys get it because they are just part of High Culture. But if I had a spearman that was not part of High Culture, as long as they have Dormant Enchantment, they benefit from that too. That's what I was talking about earlier for anyone who didn't quite get what I was saying. The Scout can get a pretty easy kill there, so I will take that. Anytime you can land a kill with the scout, it's probably a good idea to do it, as long as the scout is safe. Hero took damage from that bone thing. These guys, the bone golems, they remind me of the, what were those big bone mass things called in Age of Wonders 3? I don't remember, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. They remind me of those things, but instead of those things had spirit resistance for some reason. Bone golems do not, so spirit damage still quite effective against these guys. I have a better chance to hit that unit, so I probably will, but can I give anyone or refresh anyone's awaken buff? I could. I may as well probably do it to like this archer here, just to keep that active for as long as possible. And should he heal or should he attack? That is the question. I think I definitely want to kill this thing because Agatha could then, or not Agatha, Mishara, my hero there, could actually do this. Oh my gosh, hero names are going to be a problem for me, I just realized, because I had the names of a lot of the heroes in Age of Wonders 4 memorized. I can't do that in this game nearly as easily. Alright, let's go ahead and land some serious damage. Oh my gosh, that crit. Holy crap, that guy didn't stand a chance. Okay, I'll take that. These guys spawned they spawn a unit after death. Looks like I won't take retaliation from hitting it with the dog. I think the dog must be... Oh, they just don't have retaliation because they're not like in card mode, I guess? I'm not really sure, but if the dog can do that much damage to that unit, then I probably should do that. This will allow the scout to finish it off with just a decent chance attack, so I'll move here. There's another crit. Didn't really need that one, but I'll take it. And then I can hit this guy here. And unfortunately a graze on a 90% there. That's not really what you want to see, but it looks like my archer can probably finish it off anyway, so it should be fine. I am slightly worried about that spearman there, but I think I can move him out of harm's way. Also, actually, I could do something different with the archer. Right now his vision is being blocked by that unit, but if she removes that unit from the equation, the archer's line of sight, no, it's still 30. Okay, unfortunately, that is still not a very great chance to hit. If I move up a bit, it becomes better. Is it worth doing to whittle down some of these units? It might be. There's the Bannerman. The Necromancer is the tier 3 sitting over there. I could rush the Necromancer, but I'm afraid that does he have a repeating attack? No, it's just a single bolt cast. I'm not sure how survivable this guy is compared to multiple shots from different sources. He will probably be okay, but I don't know that for sure. I could go ahead and, for safety, just cast warding healing on him. Warding blessing. And that would basically guarantee that he won't die. I think I'll do that, just so I can charge this guy down right now. I can move up with the archers, soften him up, and then just charge in with spears. I think I like that idea. Try to pin him in here. Because he can't protect himself. He is just a mere little support unit. Okay, end turn. I think we're good. Okay, he's gonna do probably pointless damage to the dog. Land a critical hit on the retaliation or the opportunity attack. Beautiful. All right. Let's move over here, finish these guys off. This should be easy. Probably move the archers up just a bit more to get that 80% shot. Maybe he could have moved a little closer even, because you can move twice and still have 2 action points. That thing is dead. Okay. Alright, good fight. Gets those guys out of my territory and off my back for the moment. Now what I want to probably do is, let's see, that Inferno Hound is getting pretty close to evolving, so I guess I'll leave it with this stack for now. This archer doesn't really need the XP for being in her stack that she's passively giving her units, so probably leave that for now. And then now that that's taken care of, I can actually send the other scout back to assist Agatha in case she needs anything, so that works out well. And this group can stay together for the time being. It's just sort of a haphazard, like, ragtag group of soldiers, but that's all I really need right now, is just units in the field. So let's get these guys back out to probably... don't have any chance of clearing that haunted boneyard yet. I'm gonna need the awakeners for that, I think. So the faster I can get this city to population 10, which actually is the next turn, I can build the, I can get the boosted town hall upgrade and start making awakeners. Probably a lot of them, considering what's around me. As for these guys, they could go over here, maybe start clearing things around the outpost. Yeah, I think that's good, because then they could, once that outpost has got some area around it cleared that could merit, like, turning it into a proper city, I could actually upgrade it and start pulling in some more resources. So let's do that. I'll send this group ahead. The other group can catch up. They should be fine. And then, how about this guy? Oh yeah, there's that free gold pickup down here that I spotted. Definitely want to grab that. We can inch a little further this way just to see what's out here, since we can't pick up the gold right now. And the Spirit Hawk. Okay, so these guys apparently think they can catch this bird flying over the mountains, which, imagining that in my head actually playing out, is kind of hilarious. Just a bunch of barbarians chasing a bird over the mountains. I'm going to fly away from them, so that go over here. It's a little... Because of the three-dimensional nature of the map, it's sometimes a little weird to tell, like, exactly where your units are going. Oh, they've got a city over here. Okay, this is good to know. That's pretty darn close. Track Tusk. Only a population of 4, so it's not their capital. May not be very heavily defended, but it does look like they've got stuff underground, too. So, unfortunately... This infestation spawner is kind of like right in the way, and if I go around it to launch an attack on that city, it might leave my city vulnerable if the infestation spawns more stuff. I don't know if is there like a timer on that? There might be. It says the infestation will patrol its domain for the next 3+ turns, so it means, the way I read that, it means for at least the next 3 turns, they will patrol or stay in their domain. But after that, I think the chance for stuff to start popping up and attacking me returns. Alright, in this situation, I'm going to spend a little bit of Imperium to get something else unlocked. I need to decide what I want next for this city. I probably want this, actually. Agatha's army could make a go at clearing that. One guy's a little bit beat up. But you know what? If I could manage that, this would be a really nice turn to do that on. Let's see what's in here. Low risk battle. I'm normally fine with those. In the courtyard, a shadowy creature moves with unnatural grace. Okay. Astral serpent. Oh, I hate these things. It means there might be other astral enemies in here. I don't have enough mana to weaken it in advance. I'm gonna do this because it says low risk. And I can always pull back out if I don't like what I see. But I think this is okay. These things are terribly annoying. Absolutely hate these things. But because they go into astral refuge when you hit them, or at least that one does. This one, the mechanic on it is a little bit different. So you kind of want to do large single hit damage to them, but fortunately Agatha can cover that role. So I'm going to try this. We'll see what the auto says. Yeah, okay, so we'll retry. Alright, well, at least this comes with a decent kind of choke point for me to take advantage of, although the floaty units go right over it. Actually, it looks like they would come out right to me, and I've got some bushes here I can use for cover. I think I'll be alright here. Let's move these guys forward. Get those iron golems right in the middle there. And kind of box up. Oh, Agatha should be using this constantly now. Like, constantly spamming that. That is a game changer. I forgot about that. Okay. Get our units all kind of bunched up together. They don't really have any AoEs that I need to worry about. Yeah, I'm actually much less worried about this fight with this thing in here, especially because this thing does electric damage, and most magic-type units in this game, like the general Astral type units, have an electricity weakness. So that's very, very useful. Now, this guy, he behaves differently than the other ones, so his Shattering Refuge, I think... Yeah, he uses an attack and then refuges after it, whereas the other regular Astral Serpents refuge when you hit them. So this guy is fine to shoot at now, but once he's attacked once, he's going to stick around and be a pain. Can the archers hit? Okay, these are the longer ranged ones. No, actually, the guys in the back are the ones with the metal upgrade. Okay. I'm going to pretty much leave them where they're at for now. Agatha can go up towards the front here. This unit is better off sitting in the back for now, I think. We'll hit with a pretty strong lightning attack on the next turn. Shields up front, even if they are a little bit weak, they will be okay. Actually, the way this is set up, shields are actually fine where they're at. Agatha's got a little bit more health, so I think she can... No, I may need her to charge around, though, and hit a specific unit at a certain angle. So, yeah, we'll set up like this. I will definitely use Awaken Inner Radiance here. That accuracy bonus is going to be very handy right off the bat here, because we can probably take out this guy right before anything nasty happens. The Astral Serpent, you know what? He probably is worth damaging. These guys aren't going to do much damage now because I've hurt them so badly. The Astral Serpent is worth damaging because it'll just make it easier to kill that much quickly once I am able to kill it. So let's do that. Oh, the crit. That's a really nice crit right there. Okay, perfect. It doesn't reduce his damage output necessarily because he's just a single model unit. But still pretty good. And I think that I'm going to call that my turn. Yeah, see, he's gonna barely do any damage. They did slow my guy, but... Okay, he used his big attack, so he's done. And those guys refuged because I counterattacked with the polearm unit. So they are probably refuged right now. I don't think I could hit them. Yeah, they are refuged. So I need to focus on hitting things that are not these things, because I can't do any damage to those, which is super mega annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. That's why I say I hate these enemies. Absolutely hate these enemies. Agatha could do a nice big chunk of damage to that thing, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Also, definitely want the Thunderbird to hit these guys. Agatha could actually totally kill them. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I forgot that displaces them. That's okay. Agatha can still hit this one and kill it. The archers should be fine to hit the others. He's refuged, so the archer actually doesn't need to worry about opportunity attacks and can continue firing. That is the one redeeming quality of that, if you're playing against it anyway. Let Agatha smack that wisp. Fortunately, she resisted Astral Membrane, so no stun. Would prefer to have the archers finish these guys off if possible, and I think I'm going to try that. I'll take that shot. There we go. Gives me a morale buff. Again, cannot do anything about these guys, but what I can do is move these guys around and defend. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure how much damage that serpent will do to the archers in a direct attack, but if these archers can manage to kill that guy... Yep, there we go. I can move these guys around so that their shield provides a defensive buff to the archers if this serpent goes all out at the archers. I am not sure what is going to happen here because I can't check to see how much damage these guys are going to do. But what I think the correct move is to use healing on Warding Blessing on that pikeman, because he could be hit by both of them, and he has Sundered Defense and Resistance already. So I would rather him have a little extra health. And then if I can survive one more round, this stuff all dies. Okay, no kill on that guy. That's good. Archer took a lot of damage, but survived, and that's all we needed. So I can then, let's see, 100% chance. Yeah, just finish him off. Because that guy we don't have to worry about hitting once and then astral refuging. Okay, excellent. All right, that's a big win for me. Following this... Okay, which soul am I going to follow? The Soul of a Merchant, that gives me gold. Commander who has a Storm Orb, that actually... That would be a really nice item for my other hero. That's a tier 3 weapon. Oh, that's tempting. I don't want that one, because that would put my alignment above neutral, so definitely not that. It would be the money or the item. I think I'm going to give that item to my hero. That Storm Orb's pretty handy. And most of my damage in this game is going to be spirit-based because of high culture, so having a unit that has a strong electric attack gives me a lot of options. I like that. I'm going to take that Stone Orb. And I'm going to definitely switch that in on my hero right away before I forget. There may be some cases where the Spirit Orb's a little better, but the Storm Orb, just having that other damage channel, is really, really nice. The one thing, actually, though, as I'm looking at these, is there a difference? Because one does 10 spirit damage repeating, the Storm Orb does... Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah. The Storm Orb... What is the difference between these? Oh, it's... Okay, it leaps to another enemy. Right, that's its advantage. Okay. And can jump multiple times. Okay, so it's like Chain Lightning. Okay. I was looking at him and I was like, I thought the damage would be better, but no, it makes sense if that's a Chain Lightning thing. Very, very good to have. Set production in Scary Dragon. Now I want to absorb the population and grab that. It doesn't actually give me a boost towards producing anything in particular, but now that the population has grown, I can get that Atrium of Light, so I can get the Town Hall upgrade. Gold is getting a little tight, but that will increase gold income slightly. Probably need to start thinking about getting a farm and building a vendor back here. So maybe on the next turn I'll drop some more Imperium on that. My ruler leveled up. Excellent. Let's check my skills here. Precision training. I like endurance training. I like endurance training a lot, because that gives all your units in the army plus 15 hit points and plus 2 status resistance. Now, if you'll bear with me here, let's do a little bit of math. Plus 15 hit points. So, like, the damage upgrade for this hero would give a unit plus 10% damage. That's what it does, right? So plus 10% damage. If your attack is 12, it's gonna, or plus 3. You know, 10%. Well, it's 10%. 10% is 10%. But 15 health, that is a lot more, because a lot of units don't have 150 health, and 15% or 15 health would be 10% of that. So you're actually getting more mileage out of that. Not before you mention that it's also providing status resistance, which is incredible. Plus 2 status resistance. So I almost always take that one as soon as I can possibly get it. I find that to be an exceptionally powerful skill. And also, now Agatha is in her territory, which allows me to move down here a little bit further. And I can then pick this up maybe on the next turn if I feel like the units have healed enough. Otherwise, I think everything is covered. This city can't quite grow yet, but it will be able to on the next turn. I'm not going to hurry it here. I'm not going to spend the 18 Imperium to do that, because I'm not in a huge rush. But I'm sort of wondering what I should grab next. I think the mine is a logical, good choice, economically speaking, but also this spot could be useful because it keeps the city-state from grabbing it. And the city-state seems to really want to grab this stuff. So, on this side, it doesn't seem to want to go into the desert. The other option would be down here. Securing that, you know, that's actually probably the play. Securing that spot, which is later going to be a sun shrine, but I could put a mine on it for now for a little extra gold. That's probably the correct play. So we'll grab that on the next turn. Actually, maybe I should have done that on this turn and spent the Imperium just to make sure my city-state didn't get it. Or doesn't get it. Okay, blue is moving. They've got, yeah, units over there. Looks like they're going to be my first fight because I haven't found anyone north yet. And it does spawn computers underground, so some of them will start popping up out of the underground eventually. Yeah, for here now, I'm going to throw down that mine. That will probably become a sun shrine later. But for now, I could use that gold income while my city is building other things. Okay, see here, the light forge is very close to being done. 6 gold to hurry production, and it will immediately get me 5 gold income in return. So it's effectively, if I finish that now, I am effectively spending 1 gold to hurry production on this and increase draft income by 15. That's the kind of thing you gotta watch out for in this game, because there's no like, hey, you're really close prompt. You just have to manually check that. Again, I am trying to make it through this series very fast, so I guarantee you I'm gonna miss this sometimes. But it's good to know that it's there, and I think it's worth telling you guys about. I'm gonna hurry production, of course, like I said, because it basically costs me effectively nothing. And then I could move right into the Sun Shrine there. I would like to see if it tells you when you highlight it, I believe. No, maybe not. Didn't it tell you how much projected income you would get? Oh wait, yeah, it tells you right there. Projected income is 13. If I put it here, it would be 10. Let's see if I put it here. 13. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually kind of unfortunate. Where's the... Hang on. Let me read this again. The Sun Shrine... It gives +3 knowledge per adjacent research post. So it's not... Oh, man, that's too bad. It's not counting the research post that's in my allies domain. Has to be my research post. Maybe that will change if they reach, like, a certain level of vassal status, but I don't think it does. So that's unfortunate. But I will have to work around it. In any case, for now then, that can stay as a mine. I probably have other things. I'll get maybe more mileage out of just finishing the Arcane Institute and the Academy. Or hitting the stonemason for the extra production so I can blast through some of these and get like the vendor faster. Actually, because gold is so tight, I'm going to bump that vendor up in priority a little bit. I really need to keep an eye on my gold. I'm spending a lot because my cities are building buildings so quickly, and I'm also building units at the same time. And back here in this city, I probably need to attract population to get something here. I could get archer battlements and just get that done. That might actually be handy in case, you know, stuff attacks the city, which is entirely possible given the circumstances. But I think, I don't know. I mean, I'd almost be building it just because it's boosted, and I don't think that's always a good enough reason to do something. I think it's probably better to try to get the vendor here, which is going to take a farm. Let's see here. What do I have set up? Because I remember thinking that, yeah, I can't get the Sun Shrine set up the way I wanted here because of the way these borders are kind of weird. This province can't really be anything other than a farm, so it may make sense to make that a farm, but I think actually I should probably reach out and get that mana node first, because you can always move this stuff around later. So I could build a farm on that, change it to something else later, but benefit from having the mana now. I think that's probably the right thing to do here. So let's get that farm. That's going to hurry production of a few things, most notably the vendor. And I want to get that now. That'll take me 1 turn to get, but it'll start returning money. And I need money quite badly. Zephyr Archer is done. So, you know what we're going to start building in our cities? Well, when we can afford them anyway. Again, money becoming a big issue. But it's finished. We can move on to a new research. I did save Abducting Cyclone, and I am going to research that. I really like that spell. Can give you a huge advantage in combat. It's a bit situational, but I do think it's also very good. So now I can move down here. Now I have to decide where Agatha's army is going to go after this. What's the next thing they need to clear? That gold mine is already cleared. So that's actually would be a good place for that city borders to expand next. Although I don't think that city can reach it because Scary Dragon only has one town hall upgrade. So I can't really plan on that. I probably need to clear something else. There's a Horned God sitting on this. Yeah, so Horned Gods actually don't scare me that much because the AI uses them very poorly in tactical combat. They like to just run around using animate flora kind of constantly and just growing roots everywhere, sometimes in places that make no sense. But the Chaos Eater and the Nymph, a little scarier. So maybe I want to hold off for that until I have some like tier 3 units to back me up. I could grab, let's see, that's pastures, sheep, that's faster growth, but nothing that benefits me tremendously. Honestly, actually, it would just be going for the Fireforge Stone next, I think, if I can manage to clear it. So let's focus on that. Let's see if Agatha can manage to get that. Now, does it make sense for me to attack this with the Scout, or am I getting too Scout crazy here? Because it depends on where Agatha needs to go next. I think probably down there, just to clear stuff out and get XP, because those are battles that I can manage. And I already know where this city's borders are going to expand next, so it's not hugely important for me to clear anything else out up here. So yeah, we're going to go south, which does mean that it kind of does make sense to do this battle with the Scout, because Agatha can run down this way a little bit faster. Low risk battle, we'll try auto. I think that actually, oh gosh, that didn't go well. Okay, let's retry it. I think this is fine. Agatha's army's got enough upgrades at this point. Oh, but yeah, I gotta keep in mind those battlefield enchantments. This one isn't too terrible. It just, well, actually, that kind of does suck because of the tiles that set on fire are two where I would normally position archers on this battlefield. So that does suck a little bit, but at least this is a battlefield enchantment that I can work around and in theory take no damage for working around. Let's move up and we'll just create our own wall with shield units. Here, here, and here. And we can position the archers behind them. Okay, don't run through the fire if you can avoid it. And Agatha, wow, there's like no way around that. Wait, Agatha has the Firewalker boots. So she can walk right through the fire. But I probably want to move this guy around first so that he doesn't get roasted if Agatha sets something on fire. I'll position her, let's position her here for now. And try to get the archers that are here, maybe around fire, kind of behind my other units. I am going to give those guys awakened on the next turn. For now, I think we can end it. They're just inching up. Okay, good. I really like this. So I move these guys forward. Move them there. Then I got a nice Iron Golem shield unit right in the mix of everything. I'm going to go ahead and have Agatha summon her spider. Or, well, I say spider. I don't know for sure that it'll be a spider. It's a boar. Oh, I really like those. Those are good. Okay. Then what I can do is awaken Inner Radiance, buff all the archers, and they can start shooting stuff from quite a distance. I probably want to focus on getting rid of the ranged attackers here. They're maybe a little bit bigger of a problem. Let's target Lesser Magma Spirit. Lesser Magma, okay. Let's target these guys up here. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure why this archer is doing so much more damage. Okay, grazing on that wasn't nice, but okay, well, I was hoping a little bit for a crit there, but you're not going to get lucky every time. It'll lower their damage output a little bit. They are going to set stuff on fire. This is a battle that you kind of want to wrap up quickly. Oh, more stuff is catching fire. The scout may not be able to get around without setting on fire. I'll leave him where he is for now. I would like to get him to that tile, but we'll wait for a turn and see if maybe there's something else useful he can do. And then I'm going to leave these guys here. They're fine. I think everyone else is okay with the current setup. I've got defenses on my archers to protect them. That's going to hurt, but that was going to hurt no matter what I did. Okay, that hurts a lot. Ouch! Now everything is on fire. Something else in here did a big AoE. I wonder if everyone will make it out of this one alive. Probably need to get aggressive here. Get out of the fire and get in their faces. Archers could back up and at least step out of the fire and still damage that thing, possibly killing it and opening up room for both Agatha and the boar to get out and start just breaking stuff. I think I'm going to do that. It's not the best angle, but I need that guy to die. At least in here, this archer's less likely to get hit by stuff. Can I manage to... I really need to kill him. Without preferably moving too many of the other units. Scout may be able to help with this. Okay, I landed 2 full hits on him. That's about as good as I could have hoped for there. But no crits, unfortunately. Okay, this is where I think the scout needs to show his true worth. Set yourself on fire for the cause. And finish that guy off, please. There we go. Got some lucky rolls there. That's pretty nice. So I need to protect that archer, but he is obscured, so it's going to be hard for anything to hit him. So I'm actually going to heal, I think, the other one to help keep him alive and dispel his... Oh, that actually doesn't dispel being on fire. But actually, he's not on fire. He was just in fire. Okay, that's fine then. The boar can just run through here. Now, if I can kill this guy with Agatha and combined with somebody else, the Iron Golem may be a good candidate for that. The boar could run further and hit something beyond. Actually, I think the Iron Golem is a better candidate for something else. Okay, so what I'm going to do, move these guys out of the fire and attack this thing from here. Sunder his defense a couple times. Agatha can finish him. Yeah. And she doesn't have to worry about the fire. That makes her very happy, and it makes me very happy because now the boar can both eat that guy, which can only be used once per battle, so it may not be worth using quite yet. But then he can go over here, and why would you walk through the fire? I don't know why. Is the boar... Oh, it's already on fire, so it doesn't matter where it goes. Yeah, I'll use it to sort of guard that shield unit. Get rid of that thing. Then Iron Golems can come down here, start harassing this guy, leaving this is the only thing that can hit anything with a ranged attack, unless this dude backs up, in which case he would take a hit from the Iron Golem, if he does that. Okay, very, very good. Then I just want to get my spearmen out of the fire, probably. Although I think they're already on fire. They are, in fact, burning. So I just want to make sure this guy can't kill them. He does have a range attack. He can't kill anything with it. But the spears can't really protect themselves right now. So I'm trying to decide whether it's better to have them run forward and go after the magma spirit, because he could also do his teleport explosive phase. He could move up and then teleport, doing fire damage to an area, and then hit a unit like an archer in the back. I don't want that either. So I don't know, because I don't know what he's going to do. Probably just need to move up here. I don't think he could kill this guy, but if I move him there, I think it gives this guy too much of an incentive to move onto that tile and use explosive phase. And then he could hit my spearman too. He might do that anyway. So I think I would rather have my spearman back behind my archers in case he phases near the archers. That way I have a melee unit back here that can put pressure on him. I think that's best. Archers, oh, those archers are in fact burning. Okay, he's just using his range attack. I'm fine with that. And they're going after frontline units, which is what I needed. Okay, good. So I should be able to finish this off now without any problems. I think at this point I will go ahead and use the board to go ahead and eat, heal that health, and then run around and get a nice big flank on this guy. He may explosive phase after this. That wouldn't be a big surprise. What are the archers' chances of hitting those guys? Or should I just leave them out of this battle entirely? It's kind of a good question. Maybe it's better for me to attack these guys and try to get them out of the Iron Golem's way. Yeah, I think that's probably better. Because then the Iron Golem and other units can run through and start hitting these guys. In fact, we'll just have the Iron Golem do it. And then Agatha can move up here, get a nice big hit on this guy, and shield guys could do the same. He will almost certainly explosive phase after this, but none of these guys will die from it, and that's probably what's most important. I wonder if it would be better to send him here, or to just do damage to the big guy. I'm gonna have Agatha move here. And we'll let him explosive phase if he wants, but he can only hit 2 units if he does that instead of 3. Now, which unit am I most worried about? I probably should have used Agatha's overchannel ability. Yeah, I probably should have done that. No, I don't want to awaken Inner Radiance. I probably want to heal something. Somebody who could potentially be in danger of dying here. Probably that archer, depending on where this guy phases to. I think he's out of range, but it's hard for me to tell for sure because I can't actually click and check. Well, actually, I can. It always hits and it has a range of 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can go there. Yeah, nobody is really in any danger here. The archer, I am probably still going to heal it just to stave off the damage it's taking from burning. Because it is still burning, right? Yeah, 2 more turns. Okay, I'll do that. 40 blessing, there we go. That'll at least let it burn without chipping into its temporary hit points. And then I guess, since the scout's already on fire, I may as well move up and see if I can land another little hit on this guy. And I'm going to move these guys out here because I don't know where this guy is going to phase to, and I want to be ready to hit him when he does. I'll move them to this tile right here that is not on fire. Okay, their morale is low and they're all stuck. Is he routing? Why didn't he just phase? He could have. I don't really know why he didn't just explosive phase. Well, never mind. This battle is now basically over. Yeah, we just cancel retaliation and hit him. Probably should have canceled his retaliation first. Okay, good fight. Everybody made it out alive, if not just barely. But that gives me another magic material that I can incorporate, and I really like that Fire Forge Stone. Units just costing 20% less draft really helps me out in the early game when I need to build quickly. Agatha's army definitely needs to take a breather here. Probably we'll have them... I was going to have them go south, but they need time to heal first. So... And I also know that this city is sending something at me. I just don't know what or when it will arrive. So I don't want to send her too far away. I think for now this is fine. We can maybe at least clear that quarry, because that doesn't look like a very difficult battle. So I'll have her park it on the conduit there for a moment and send the scout out ahead to trigger the battle so that she can then turn around and leave right away. I will have to come down here later with other units to clear the rest of this stuff out. Some of this is a bit more than I can handle right now. That one maybe, but I don't know. The storm spirits, yeah, these guys are hard to hit with range attacks, and right now I can't rely on my crits, so I'll have to wait on that. This city is, well, kind of out of gold now. It's really starting to hit hard. I could just leave it as produce merch, and I probably will, because I don't see the point in spending gold on things that aren't absolutely necessary at this point. So we'll let that city just kind of be right now, and worry about kind of filling that in later. Okay, do we have any potential threats out here? It does not look like it. I'm going to have you guys follow them. Much as I would love to start making the Zephyr Archers, I cannot afford it right now. Which makes me think it's time to get that into a city as soon as I can afford the Imperium for it, which I keep spending on other things. Maybe I should stop doing that. Okay, and then I've got one more shield unit here that can kind of pair up with Agatha's group. He may as well. He's not going to do anything by himself, so we'll do that. Maybe I could swap him in for that other Dawn Defender. Yeah, I probably could do that. If I swap him in for that other Dawn Defender, he can start getting XP faster, because that other Dawn Defender is already legendary. Okay, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys, this phase of the game. I'm going to come back, and I'm just going to keep on going today, try to get as much done as I can, so I will be back again very soon. I have no idea what the posting order for these is going to be. I may space them all out a little bit, just to keep things kind of fresh. Also, I could really use a little bit of a break after all the recording I'm doing this weekend. So, we'll see how the spacing of this all works, but just know that I'm generally not checking comments in between these episodes because of the nature in which this is being recorded. So, darn it, Triumph, why do you have to fix the exploits in your game so fast? How dare you? No, it's all good. That actually really, what I'm doing in this series really does need to be patched, so I get it. It's fine. But thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I will see you all in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.